welcome to another episode of InfoScope. I'm your host, Hannah Kim. As always, we bring you the latest from the IT and science worlds. Let's first take a look at what's coming up on BriefingScope. The weather has been getting warmer by the day, which means that there's a higher chance of food poisoning. Luckily, a paper kit has been created to diagnose food poisoning on the spot, and we will have more on this story in just a moment. But first, we have news about an unmanned convenience store in Sweden. This store is open 24 hours a day and will not have any other cashiers or staff members. So how exactly does the store operate? Let's find out in BriefingScope. One 24-hour convenience store in Sweden has eliminated cashiers and other staff members with the help of smartphones. Customers use a smartphone app to enter the store and make their purchases, and the store owner is looking into making the store more accessible to potential customers who don't have smartphones. Korean researchers have developed a paper kit that is capable of checking for bacteria that causes food poisoning, such as salmonella. The paper carries antibodies that react to the bacteria, and gold nanoparticles on the antibodies change the color of the paper. The Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute has developed a wireless communication chip capable of using unused TV frequencies instead of Wi-Fi signals or LTE bands. The chip can be used for smart home services, remote meter reading, and crime prevention. A research team from Johns Hopkins University has discovered an important enzyme that acts as a control for overeating and obesity. The researchers state that the enzyme controls synapses connecting nerve cells and triggers a feeling of being full. It's funny to think that an enzyme may be controlling our eating habits, but this research will definitely be a big help in solving certain issues of obesity and overeating. Now, speaking of overeating, one way to control your weight is to drink water right before a meal. It helps suppress some of that hunger by making you feel full quicker, and in general, drinking water has always been a good habit. But did you know that it will actually help with certain chronic diseases as well? We will touch upon this in just a bit, but before we do so, did you also know that World Sleep Day annually falls on the second Friday of March? That sounds like a really restful and relaxing holiday, and to commemorate World Sleep Day, today we're going to look at how sleeping could boost creativity. Let's take a closer look on Industry Inside.
Beatles lead vocalist Paul McCartney claimed that he composed the entire melody for the 1965 song Yesterday in a dream one night.
I just hawked it round all my friends and stuff and said, what's this? It's got to be something. It's like a good little tune, and I couldn't have written it because I just dreamed it,
Nobel Prize laureate Otto Loewi, who discovered the chemical neurotransmitter, and chemist Auguste Kukule, the pioneer of the hexagonal structure for benzene, gained inspiration from dreams. There are many groundbreaking inventions and creative works that have been inspired by dreams, as sleep plays a major role in creativity.
우리가 자는 동안 수면을 통해서 뇌의 여러 부분에 저장돼 있던 기존의 이런 정보들이 새로운 정보들과 연결되거나 융합되는 경우가 있는데요. 이때 창의적인 생각들이 이런 과정 중에 떠오르는 거로.
A sleeping person alternates between REM sleep and light, non-REM sleep. The brain becomes active during REM sleep, and experts say that only deep and sufficient sleep will prolong REM sleep, which will boost creativity.
집중력 향상이라던가 정신적인 안정감, 이런 신체적, 정신적 건강에 모두 좋은 영향을 얻을 수 있기 때문에 충분한 숙면은 건강에 좋은 영향을 준다고 할 수 있습니다.
Be sure to get enough sleep tonight. According to a survey in 2014, targeting full-time workers in Korea, an average Korean drinks 5.5 glasses of water per day. This is significantly lower than the 1.5 liters recommended by the World Health Organization. In fact, Koreans drink a lot of coffee and alcohol, so just pure water consumption is much less.
알코올이라든지 카페인 성분의 어떤 청량 음료나 커피는 실질적으로 동일한 물이 섭취가 됐을 때는 동일한 양 이상의 물이 배설돼야 되는 카페인 효과 때문에 이뇨작용 때문에 그런 문제가 생기거든요.
Water is the basis of metabolism and the key to health for people of all ages. Adequate water consumption is even more important for newborns, seniors, and patients suffering from chronic diseases like diabetes.
이제 나이가 70 정도 되신 분들 이상 되면은 실제적으로 그 나이가 30대 이하의 그 수분의 그 세포 양이 25% 정도 줄어든다는 보고들이 있거든요. 신생아들은 이 열에 갖다가 손실을 막을 수 있는 어떤 그런 자기 스스로의 어떤 보호 장치, 방어 장치가 없기 때문에
It is important to keep a water bottle or cup nearby and regularly drink water. Experts recommend slowly drinking 1 cup or 200 milliliters of water per hour, further adding that the body absorbs the minerals in water more easily than the minerals in pharmaceutical products, having a positive effect on metabolism. The United States and Brazil are at the forefront of the development of a vaccine for the Zika virus. There are 15 pharmaceutical companies worldwide working on a vaccine, but the World Health Organization predicts that a vaccine will take about 2 to 3 more years to come to completion. Large-scale clinical trials take at least 18 months, and actual tests on humans take longer. Korea received a virus specimen from the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention last month, kicking off vaccine research efforts. The specimen is genetically similar to the strain in the wild. Researchers have vowed to come up with a vaccine as quickly as possible.
3개월에서 6개월 내에 앞으로 당겨서 동물이나 사람에 백신 했을 때 질병을 일으키지 않으면서도 강력한 그 항체 면역이나 세포 면역을 유도하는 백신들을 개발하는 게 목표입니다.
In the United States, some researchers have used the dengue virus, which shares common traits with the Zika virus. They gave 21 people a dengue fever vaccine that triggers just a light rash. However, it is still uncertain whether this research can be applied to the search for the Zika virus vaccine.
I'm sure that many of our viewers were worried when Korea's first case of the Zika virus was reported last month. Keep in mind that it's times like this where we need to pay special attention to our immune systems. Luckily, Korea has a lot of fermented foods like yogurt and kimchi, which have lactic acid bacteria that boost the immune system. Now, recently, researchers have been able to shrink the lactic acid bacteria found in kimchi to nano-sized particles, making this side dish even more effective. We'll get to this story shortly, but let's first look at the world's fastest 3D internal scanning technology that's supposed to be less damaging and less invasive than the current technology available. Here are some more details on Take a Peek.
Non-invasive internal observation techniques are in use in numerous fields, including construction, security, and medicine. Unlike X-rays, which can have harmful effects, terahertz waves, also known as T-rays, are capable of deep penetration into non-conductive bodies and are less harmful. However, T-ray scanning is not widely used as it takes longer to acquire an image. A new technology has been developed to allow high-speed tomographic reconstruction using T-rays to scan semiconductors or complex materials.
빛으로 사용할 때는 이제 겉에 표면만 볼 수 있는 기술이었는데 이번 기술을 통해서 내부까지 볼 수 있는 그런 기술을 개발하였습니다.
This technology is T-ray tomography, which can be divided into time domain and frequency domain terahertz tomography. Time domain tomography uses electronically controlled optical sampling, while frequency domain tomography uses changes in wave frequency to obtain images. The fastest record for time domain terahertz tomography is 10 seconds. An image was obtained through frequency domain terahertz tomography in 100 seconds, which is noticeably slower. However, one advantage of frequency domain tomography is that the equipment costs less and can be miniaturized. In short, the researchers have come up with the world's fastest three-dimensional internal scanning.
비파이 검사 현장에 이제 사용될 수 있게 된다면 인체 유해성이 낮기 때문에 안전 측면에서 굉장히 유용할 거라고 생각이 됩니다.
The research was published in Optics Express, a journal dedicated to the science and engineering of optics, gaining exposure within and outside Korea. Lactic acid bacteria is easily found in kimchi, yogurt, or other fermented food products. These bacteria are known to have positive effects on the human body, such as boosting the immune system and work by being absorbed in the small intestine. Korean researchers have discovered a way to enhance the beneficial functions of lactic acid bacteria found in kimchi. They achieved this by transforming the bacteria into extra fine particles through heat treatment and nano conversion.
第一の特徴は何といっても人に吸収されやすい理想的なサイズになった乳酸菌ということができると思います。
Standard lactic acid bacteria are big and tend to get intertwined among themselves. Consequently, they cannot pass through the small intestine easily. However, nano-sized lactic acid bacteria are only 1/3 the regular size and have a special type of coating that prevents intertwining, which facilitates absorption. Researchers confirmed in an experiment with mice that the nanolactic acid bacteria boosted the immune system.
이 살균의 그 특징 중에 하나는 사이즈가 작기 때문에 그 M셀이라는 것을 이렇게 통과할 수가 있어서 그 밑에는 많은 면역세포들이 있는데 그 면역세포들을 활성화해서 암을 예방하거나 염증을 억제하는 이런 효과가 있다는 것을 알 수 있었습니다.
The researchers are now conducting feasibility tests on patients with irritable bowel syndrome and have published their findings in global academic journals. This man has been a patient of diabetes for 15 years. He measured his blood sugar level every morning, but stopped 5 years ago due to stress and bruising.
피 보는 것도 싫고 또 그 시간도 그렇고 상당히 불편하더라고요. 그래서 최근에는 병원만 와서 혈관에서 뽑는 거 그것만 체크하고.
Diabetics need to measure their blood sugar levels once a day. Korean researchers have developed an electric patch that can monitor blood sugar levels in real time without having to draw blood. This patch is made of graphene and works by detecting sugar levels in sweat after a user has consumed a certain amount of water. The sugar sensor is affected by the acidity of sweat, so a pH sensor quickly picks up the results.
pH 센서라든지 습도 센서, 온도 센서 뭐 이런 것들이 같이 들어가 있어갖고 이제 정확하게 당을 측정할 수 있도록 해주고 또 고혈당뿐 아니라 이제 저혈당이 되었을 때도 측정하기 위해서 트레머 센서 같은 게 들어가 있습니다.
If blood sugar levels are high, the patch can administer medication. The medication is administered via a minute needle after its coating is melted off at 42 degrees Celsius. The patch will make it easier for diabetic patients to monitor their health and ward off cardiovascular diseases, strokes, and other disorders.
That last story really seems like a great step forward for diabetic patients, especially when they are checking up on their blood sugar levels. In general, after watching Take a Peek, it looks like the field of medicine will have many new amazing changes this year, whether it be non-invasive T-rays, nano-sized lactic acid bacteria, or this new electric patch. Unfortunately, this wraps up today's edition of InfoScope. However, we'll be back next week with more from science and IT. Have a wonderful week and goodbye!